Frusen Sorg feels like what happened when experienced musicians get sick of polishing the edges of emotion and instead decide to build a system where they can't. It's raw emotional immediacy, not by accident, but by method. They don't chase chaos, they systemize it into a recording philosophy. First takes, instinct decisions, no second guessing. Like they've taken everything they already know about structure and control and used it to make sure it stops getting in the way. Mate, how are you tonight?
I'm great. That was beautiful. It was a beautiful summary of what we do.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm like slightly obsessed.
Oh, nice, nice.
I grew up listening to a lot of like really like chaotic sort of bands like that, and so the moment I heard you guys, I was just like, this is like hitting
Oh,
like those
nice,
things I love.
nice.
So
Yeah,
yeah. Um and then like being like, I grew up playing in hardcore bands as well. So
yeah,
I've it's got some of that hardcore immediacy and drive to it. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice to hear.
Now look, you guys really sound like you kind of sit between two instincts. Um,
Oh, cool.
you've got the musician's brain, which is like structure, timing, craft, and
Yeah,
experience, and then you've got the emotional brain, which is impulse, rupture, discomfort.
yeah.
Um, most bands like will lean one way or the other. To
Yeah.
me, it really feels like you guys have let the emotional side win, but inside the
Mm.
framework built by the musician's side, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think that's a fair way to describe it? Like rather than,
yeah. Definitely. I think it's really flattering as well because that's really what we want to do as well. Um, because yeah, it hits a spot with me. That's really nice. Because also with especially with like intense music or hard music like punk or metal, it is weird to me and Martin that it's so tidy. It's like you rehearse, you make songs, blah blah blah, and you play off each other, and you know there's energy in the room. But when you go to record, you do it one by one to avoid bleed
yeah,
and to make a crisp performance. But like you do it alone. It's almost like your football team, and you play off each other. They go in and play the match one by one. It's like it's a weird thing. And like
yeah,
and you can of course edit away everything, which is sort of human about it. And for a while, I guess when that technology was new, when you could do edits easily, that was really fresh. Like, holy shit, it's so crisp. But now we're at a completely different place. Like this is so it's so welcome to like hear mistakes even like
yeah, yeah. I,
bad shit. Like
I couldn't agree with
it's
you
good
more.
again.
Yeah, I
And
really feel
also
like
I feel like
right at the moment we are. It's very much like hair metal in the 80s, and when grunge
oh
came
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Grunge came in
okay.
and just destroyed this like polished, perfect kind of model. And you
Yeah.
see that these days with like modern metalcore, modern deathcore, all
Mm,
these like core bands that are on the
yeah.
grid and it is
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
see guys
Yes.
recording this stuff and they're sitting there and playing the same note 20 times and then lining that note up on the
Yeah.
grid perfectly so it sits right and then playing that next note 20
Yeah.
times. And, you know, it's no longer
Yeah.
playing a song, it's just sitting in a studio hitting,
Yes. Yeah.
making noise.
It's very, very controlled.
Yeah.
And I think that's also like within hard music, that I mean, you sort of have two directions, or you have many directions, but one way to see it is that you have like an aim to sound big and strong and sturdy and like competent and strong. And or you can go for the other way, which is like I'm falling the fuck apart. Like I'm desperate and it's going to shit. I'm going off the rails. This is you. What you hear is breakage. You know, like we're breaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's also two directions. And when you go for the desperate, we're breaking apart thing, and not the controlled thing. So then it's yeah, then it's even more welcome to like play badly, you know, like not even not it's not like it becomes it serves you well. If you go in for that direction, it's kind of nice to also like just make mistakes and just keep them
Yeah.
in some way.
Yeah. The Ramones. You look at live,
Yeah,
you watch live footage of
yeah,
those guys and like the recordings and stuff, and there are mistakes
yeah,
everywhere, and it is punk rock, and
yeah,
it is amazing.
yeah,
And that's the
yeah,
stuff that drew me to wanting to be in a band and wanting to listen to music was
yeah,
that
exactly.
aggression, but
But
also that the fuck you and the
yeah, but it's also funny because of course like mistakes, I mean they can make things sound more intense and like immediate and raw and personal and close somehow. But it depends also. I mean, if the core is good, if you've rehearsed a lot, like you or you have something, then it can add mistakes or even playing badly, even like untight, like that can enhance stuff because it sounds like you're almost going off the rails, but you're not. But it's really like you have to be really careful because some mistakes just make the whole thing weak and bad. It's not like that all mistakes are good, but some are. So with the Ramones, for instance, like they've rehearsed quite a bit. They're it's very much like it's a clear intent in what they do. It's like there's something there. So sure, mistakes are good. And even on the like first Black Sabbath album, I mean, they were so good at playing with each other. So but sometimes you hear like the tempos or like they're off, little bit off, but you hear that the center of it is amazing. So then it just makes it a bit more personal or like immediate. You hear that it's people in a room
yeah,
being loud
yeah.
and with like this metal core bands and stuff. You don't really hear that, but it can also sound amazing. Like another thing.
I miss that like you're talking about like just tempos, putting a record on and
Mm,
hearing that tempo like waver
yeah,
slightly through it, but it just
yeah,
it makes it as you say, it's real.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, we have this thing, accident. Martin, I mean, Martin drums and plays guitar. But he hasn't been like the drummer in a band like a lot. He's sort of like so, especially when we started making these songs, and he just sat down at the drums and like tried to play as fast as he could. It's hard for him. So it is on the edge, but he has this nice way of doing it. But also I've noticed. I think like it's usually on the second verse of our songs. He speeds up a lot, like to the point where I can almost not play. And I think it's because he's like he's trying to compensate, make sure that he doesn't slow down after the first chorus. But then he's like speeds up, and that's like we usually go off the rails on the second verse, like a little bit,
With that adrenaline
but then
kicks
we
in as well.
land on it. Sorry.
The adrenaline kicks in a little bit as well, and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Now look with Smarter Punk, it's described as like it was born in a single evening, almost by accident. Um, was it actually that like immediate in
Uh,
practice, or was it more about
not
capturing
the
that
whole.
emotional core?
No, it was not the whole album. It was each song.
Okay.
Like the first song we made. That was just because we were in the rehearsal space. We had other bands, and now we're not really active with those other bands anymore. But uh, yeah, we might be again. But then we met up with another band, and then everybody went home. And Martin, me were still in the rehearsal space. It was not that late, so Martin said like. Now we're gonna record a song, Kalle. I was like, okay, yeah, really? Now? Okay, okay. He can be quite convincing in his manic way, which is really nice. And he went to the toilet and he told me, write a song. And I wrote like two riffs. And then he came back, he sat down at the drums, hit record because we have the mics up anyway. And then we just did it. And it was almost couldn't do it because we're not used to playing fast, but we did it. And then we were like, he started putting down guitars, and we talked about like who's gonna sing? And he was like, yeah, I don't want to sing. You can do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I did it, and that's really how it went. That's really how it started. And then we bounced it and listened to it. I listened to it on the bus home, and I was like, this is pretty good, actually. This is weird. This is good. Also, the second verse on that song is a song called Du stänkte din skit på min själ. It's like towards the end of the album. Uh, Oh yeah, the second verse of that is just totally like I'm not even playing notes. I just failed. It's complete failure, that whole verse. Like it's I don't and Martin, of course, and when he put down the guitar, he was like, well, if he's not playing any notes, what am I gonna play? It's just noise. It's just noise. And it sounded brilliant, so we kept it.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny.
And
I've
then
noticed.
we
No, sorry.
yeah,
Continue.
and then we're gonna meet up the next week as well, do stuff with this other band. Just him and me writing songs for other stuff. But then we just decided, okay, we threw together two songs that evening instead and recorded those. And it was like, this is even better. Like, and I think the second song we made was the latest single, which is
Yeah,
the first song on the album. It's like just, yeah. And also after those sessions, I mean, I hadn't done this. I hadn't like sang. I hadn't been singing into a microphone in any capacity whatsoever. So I couldn't speak for days. Like after the first session, I couldn't speak for 3 days. And after the second session where we did two songs, I couldn't speak for 5 days. It was horrible. Like my voice was shot. But then eventually I found a way to do it. I found that the distortion sort of screaming, if I did it in my throat, I would ruin it. But if I did it sort of like at the top,
yeah,
like inside the mouth, like
yeah,
then I don't break it as much. So now it's fine. But yeah, it was that's the way it was sort of improvised. And we're just throwing stuff together and just while Martin put down the guitars, I wrote some stuff and then I just screamed it, and that's how we've done it. Then eventually now it's more like, okay, maybe we bring riffs to the rehearsal space. Like I have this idea. Sometimes I even nowadays even bring completed songs with like lyrics and stuff, but it's very still spontaneous. The key word, like what we aim for, is bang for your buck, like in terms of our effort and to have an outcome. I want to listen to the song on the way home. That's so wonderful, especially when we had put down a few songs, like maybe we had 6, 7, 8 songs, and I noticed like, hey, this is my new favorite band. Like I love this. I think this is a great, like I knew we were making a record at that point. So it was really like, okay, I'm gonna go visit my favorite album. I'm gonna record a song with it, and when I come home, it's gonna be one more song on my favorite album. It was fun. It was fun. So we recorded the next album as well almost already because it's that easy.
yeah, yeah. When you
It's,
like at the end of that night when you finished recording the song, is that it for the
yeah,
song? Like a little bit of mixing on it, but like is that kind of like
yeah. It's just
we're done?
I had no, we do some overdubs, like maybe put an extra guitar and stuff,
Mm.
or just and we send it to an old friend who is a really good sound engineer, and he mixes it.
Yeah,
And he did it. It's really really nice, and I can really recommend him as well for other bands. Studio Vinden is a yeah
yeah,
proper
awesome.
great guy at this stuff, and he's really good, and he listens well, and he's like we used to play in a band with him as well. He's
Yeah,
an old friend, and so that also helps knowing that he's like been in bands and has bands now. It's good.
yeah. Speaking of like old bands, this is
Mhm.
like reasonably different compared to old bands, and like vastly different compared to some of your guys' old bands. Um,
Mhm.
Talk to me a bit about that, like like that change from going from
Mhm.
like some of that old stuff is
Yeah.
almost like Midwestern emo type stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, Martin loves
which
that.
I so do I.
Yeah.
And and yeah, so going from like that sort of stuff to this, it's. I mean, I
Mhm.
for me, I kind of get it because I growing up. I mean, I listened to all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
As that's kind of punk kid, you kind of got hit with, in the early 2000s, you had all that like emo stuff coming out.
Mhm.
You had, well, I mean, what I would call emo, which was like your jawbreakers and that sort of stuff.
Mhm. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah,
Which
yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
which,
That the term emo has changed over the
yeah,
years.
yeah, very much so, very much so. Yeah,
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
guess what people would call it now, I would just call sort of modern pop music or guitar pop.
exactly. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and some of it's fantastic. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like some really
Mm.
great songs, but it's not what I would, yeah, call that emo, which comes from that real hard sort of Fugazi punk kind of
Yeah, yeah,
vibe.
yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, that's completely different, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, so for me I get it because I came up with all that sort of stuff, and I'm assuming for you guys it was the same sort of thing, that you've had all that sort of music in your life and it was just a let's do something different that we're into as well.
Yeah.
Is that a
No,
fair
yeah,
assumption?
yeah, it is. But I think also it's funny because we really go backwards, me and Martin. I mean, we started playing this sort of. It was another band which we had when we were like. I mean, we played together for quite a while. Like
Yes.
we started in 1995. We started playing together, which is Rolling Stones territory in how long like it's that's long. But then, then we were playing quite like complicated, like almost I don't know, more like Tortoise-ish, but like post that kind of post rock, like almost jazz influences, but also like proggy, we sort of between genres, but really not like intense in this way at all. And then it's just become more and more extreme, and now we're actually playing something quite extreme. But it's you usually go the other way, right?
Yeah.
You start with punk and then you end up with blues or whatever. But for us it's the other way around. I don't know, but I think it's also this. Now it feels like we finally plugged the guitar cable into our heads, like without any like stuff between,
Yeah.
and we skipped that layer of like civilization and like trying to be, I don't know, this is just raw now, which is really nice. I don't know why. We always listened to extreme music, but we never played it really.
Yeah.
But I think I would always wanted to somehow, but I never did it.
I mean, I'm quite lucky that I've got like this is a little recording studio as well, and so
Nice.
I can hear a song and go, I want to write something like that. I want to,
Yeah,
make something, and I'll just do it.
yeah,
Whether it's good or bad, so be it. It's just the art of creating and making sometimes that scratches that
yeah,
itch. Um,
yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, yeah, but it is a good question. It's like it's also weird to like I mean I'm 47 now, so I started singing in a punk band when I was 46. It's kind of weird when you yeah, it's late in the game. Someone
oh
to
look,
start that.
yeah. I mean, I'm 46. I'll be 47 this year.
Yeah,
But I've been playing in hardcore bands and still am for 25
yeah,
years. And I
yeah.
look at some of these young guys coming up now, and I'm just like, I don't know how I'm still doing it. But
No,
the
it's
moment that
weird.
the moment the moment the first snare hits and that guitar hits, everything else goes away,
Yeah,
and you forget about that until you walk off stage and feel like dying.
yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's a wonderful thing playing music. I think it's what's so cool about it is it's like I mean for a while you become a sound. Like that's what you are. You are that sound. Like
Yeah.
I'm a very dedicated bass player. I'm really like love bass tones and like think about that a lot. And like I mean it's wonderful to be that sound. Like be like you can shape that sound. You can decide how it is, and that's you, and that's all your body's just like yeah. That's just like I don't know an interface. I'm a sound now. Like that's it's like flying. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I recommend anyone to do that. It's like it's good. It's nice. It's a good thing. It's
Bass in
weird.
particular,
It's like becoming an animal.
bass in particular, because you really feel that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure.
and not
Yeah.
just as a like a feeling, but like for me, like I'm a guitarist. But when I'm
Mm,
recording, the bass is my favorite part. Because it's just
yeah.
and I can let loose and I can enjoy it, and
Yeah.
you can pull so many. I
Yeah,
can
it's
pull so
nice.
many more shapes when you're playing bass. Like,
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
It's
for
fun.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you have
yeah,
a
for sure.
what are you playing? What bass do you play? And do you have like a what's the dream bass?
The dream bass. Well, yeah, like I've had many weird basses, uh, and but I played a jazz bass for a long time. But then I realized I had that one since like '98. But then like 5 years ago or so, I realized, hey, I've been trying to dial in a P bass sound with this jazz bass for like 20 years.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? And then I bought a P bass, and that sounds amazing, like really amazing. But now that we're doing this band, it's sort of, I mean, it's an extreme band, but it's a lot about minimalism. It's like it's only the two of us. We also play live with backtrack drums, which is like can't do that in this genre. So I've been trying to uh, enhance that ridiculous aspect of what we're doing with playing headless basses as well, which is another like you don't do that. And I even
They only come in like
the
bright fluoro colors usually as well. So
yeah. But I came across a bass which years ago, 20 years ago, that I was like, oh, this is the sickest, like craziest bass I've seen in my life. A Westone The Rail.
okay.
It's like headless, and it has like two metal rods, and like the pickup is you can slide the pickup back and forth. It's insane. It looks so strange. It looks like something out of Terminator 2 or something. It's from '84, and that's going to be my main base with this band. Also because we can travel so light. It's like I have this small amp head, like a dark glass head, really small. I have this really small bass, and I skipped my whole huge pedal board for like a compact multi-effect thing, which
Yeah.
is a good one, but really small from Boss. It's like so, and the drummer is in our little loop pedal, you know.
Yeah.
So in terms of minimalism, yeah, it makes sense to have this Westone The Rail bass, and then I also bought the companion bass from Westone, which they released at the same time, which is called the Westone Quantum bass. Also looks like shit, but in a nice, stupid way. So I think, but I haven't really introduced those live yet because uh, I haven't been ready. But I'm going to. I think the next show is just in 2 weeks. I'm going to do it. Um, but how I feel about it is a bit like okay, so backtracks on drums and headless basses. That's like the segue of rock music. You can't do it. It's like the ridiculous thing, and especially within like blackened crust, like crust punk and like dark metal. Like you can't do that. So I expect it to be like people who haven't heard us or where we go up on stage and they giggle and like, and then we have to win that. Like so we start uphill and then
Yeah.
we have to win it. And I
Yeah.
like that, like the underdog situation, which it becomes. I like that. It's like stupid. It's nice in some way.
It's like an
Like
unexpected
not
punch in the face.
yeah. And then also with this backtrack drums is like the most DIY thing we can do, of course. Like we just skip members. It's like it's a weird thing to do. But yeah, it's very do it yourself. Like what can we do? Two people. What can we do? We can do this. And that's nice.
Hmm. How do you like as far as live stuff, you guys like playing a lot and like what's the reception been like?
Yeah, it's been good. We mostly play in Stockholm. We started playing live just January now, and we had some big gigs. I think it's like at least 7 times now. But we want to play as much as possible. That's what we want to do. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's fun to write and record music. Of course, that's extremely satisfying, especially doing it in this way when it actually goes fast and not like 3 years to make an album, but like half a year. Can be half a year, easy. So that's really satisfying. And but we want to play live. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
So we're trying to book stuff also to come down to Europe and play like in Germany. I mean, let's go. Like we can take the train, like a bag each, and just go anywhere. Like it's easy. And it since we're only two people, it's also like hotels, travels, like super cheap to do. And so
Yeah.
we're also thinking of like combining it with like just like we have vacation at the same time in the summer. Let's just go and play. I mean, we can lose money on that. No problem. Let's just do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the sort of thing even with two
But
people, you can like even in a
yeah,
car go on a mini tour and
yeah. But we
yeah.
suck, so we don't have driver's licenses.
Well, that's me as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we
Yeah,
can do certain things. We're good at some stuff, but
that's where
some normal shit we just can't do.
yeah, that's what
Somehow.
you always need a merch person, so someone that can sell your merch and drive the car.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mate, I always round these up with just some quick fire questions.
Yeah.
This is kind of just off the top of your head. But what was the last song or band that you listened to on repeat, or that just made you feel something?
Well, it's funny since I'm late in the game. And also grew up on 90s music. Like what I've been listening to the last. Oh yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Well, I've always I never liked Pantera,
Oh yeah,
but everybody else does. And like people that I trust, and Martin is always like, "What are you talking about? Pantera is like amazing." And then I've also like read some interviews and shit. So I just like, okay, I'm gonna give Pantera a chance, and now I love it. So
that's
I've been
awesome.
listening to, yeah, yeah, but yeah, I
Early
didn't
stuff
know that
or
they
later
were
stuff or
good.
all of it?
Later stuff,
Yeah,
I have to say,
it's so
because
groovy.
for a while, yeah, it is, but it's also like it's so stubborn and boneheaded, and like it's extremely well done, also, which is also funny when it comes to that kind of music. When
Yeah,
it's sort of like Jesus Lizard is also like a
yeah,
band which is like it's such insane precision.
yeah,
Like it's so precise,
yeah.
but not for its own sake, but because it becomes really like clinical almost in a way, but not in this tidy way, but just like they play like that.
I'll
And
throw another.
so
Yeah,
yeah, I appreciate it.
throw another one at you, just in the Pantera world. The guys
Yeah.
from Pantera did another album without Phil, and
Okay. Yeah,
they
yeah.
got in a honky tonk piano player and blues singer, and they called it
Wow.
Rebel Meets Rebel, and it is
Ah.
fantastic because it comes in with
Yeah.
like that dime bag groove,
Yeah.
and then suddenly
Yeah.
like honky tonk piano starts coming in
Oh,
over it.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
amazing.
Yeah,
Definitely worth
I'm
checking
gonna
out.
check it
Yeah,
out for sure.
yeah, Rebel
Yeah.
Meets Rebel. Yeah,
Yeah.
classic lines like "Cowboys do more dope than rock and rollers." Um, yeah, which is a great song.
Yeah. Great title as well.
Yeah,
Fucking great.
yeah. Mate, do you have anywhere that you like to travel solely just for the food?
Uh, Solely for the food. No, I'm not a foodie.
No.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
It's like my least important sense.
Yeah,
Like I work with graphic design and stuff, so my sense of like visual input, amazing. Like, and I can do some stuff with music, but taste, I really don't care. Like if I could eat a pill instead of food, I would totally do it. I think it's weird when people like to go to restaurants. Yeah, I just feel like people are suggesting, let's go and wait for the bus. I know this great bus stop. We can go there and wait. And we're like, what's nice about that? I don't get it. So it's weird in that sense.
food is one of those things that you either uh, like a foodie, or you just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
You just kind of don't care. It's something you have to do.
Yeah, exactly. But I know it offends some people sometimes when I say like I really don't care. I mean, I like sitting down at a table with people, but I just really don't care about food.
Yeah,
And some people get really provoked by it and
yeah.
angry, like what the fuck? What? No, yeah, I
Are
do.
you
I don't care.
are you into coffee then?
Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee
Yeah, it's
for
funny
sure.
because I know a lot of people that just aren't foodie people at all, exactly like
Yeah,
you are, but they're
yeah,
like really into coffee.
yeah. I
Yeah,
am like that. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm deeply into coffee.
yeah, they're also graphic designers, which made me sort of
Really
yeah, that made me laugh. So,
funny.
yeah,
Funny. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Interesting.
yeah. Yeah, so all the
Gotta
people I
keep
know
an
that are
eye
into
out
coffee,
for
they're
it.
like, yeah, graphic design. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Um,
because we have the client has changes forever, so we have to stay up and drink coffee. That's probably
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, same with me, like video editing and stuff like that. I'm yeah,
Yeah,
sitting
yeah,
there all
yeah,
night
yeah.
waiting for them to
Yeah, for
render
sure.
often.
That's yeah. Fuck.
Mate,
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Last question. If you could collab with anybody, who would it be?
If I could what?
Collab with anybody.
Oh, cola. Oof. good question. I think it would be Sonic Youth, like
That's awesome.
Kim Kim Gordon of Sonic Youth. That would be crazy. Or like yeah, Lee Ronaldo would be fucking amazing. That's been a really central band for us.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
me and Martin growing up, Sonic Youth. It's funny because none of the bands we ever had sound like Sonic Youth in the slightest. But we always felt like we played music that sounds like Sonic Youth.
I think
It's weird, which is weird.
Diamond Sea is one of my all-time favorite songs.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, Washing Machine was like when I was gonna start playing music with Martin back in '95. He brought me some albums which I should listen to. It was Caius and the Circus Leaves Town
Yeah,
and Washing Machine with Sonic Youth. I
that's
already listened to Sonic Youth at that point, but those two albums was like, this is good
yeah,
shit. You need to hear this.
yeah,
Listen to these if you're gonna play with us this night.
yeah. Thanks.
So yeah,
I love that answer. Yes,
yeah,
I love Sonic Youth. I've got it. So a lot of the solo stuff I do is based in that early '90s,
yeah.
and late
It's
'90s. From Sonic Youth through
yeah,
to like your early Marilyn Manson type stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff going on then,
yeah.
for
You just
sure. It really
it's
was.
so much experimentation and just uh, enjoying. You know,
Yeah,
what does this
yeah,
pedal do? It makes this weird sound. Well, how do I make that into a song?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Exactly, exactly. That thing. I mean, a friend of mine once said it about Sonic Youth. He only listened to them a bit, but he's a music producer and stuff, and he said like, yeah, what's funny about them is like it feels like every they walk up to a guitar and like do something like doing and are totally amazed by them. It makes this sound. Wow!
yeah.
And it's like that even when they had been playing together for like 30 years, it was like that. Like they tip over a guitar and go like, whoa! Like this amazement at like what how what the sounds that come out of that piece of wood and metal. It's funny.
It's yeah,
That is like almost like a kid, you know, like
yeah, and there's a joy
to
in that
not
as well.
stop. Yeah, exactly. To not stop to be amazed about it. It's really nice. And I think that's for me it's like that with bass sounds. I think that's one thing that I always like. I say it not maybe every time we meet up in the rehearsal space, but almost every time I plug in my bass in the rehearsal space, I go like, "Holy shit, that's a good bass! Like it sounds so good. Like I'm amazed at how what a wonderful sound it is. Like which is nice. It's nice to feel that.
Oh, it's the bad, yeah, bad. And like I said, with bass, you get that physical feeling with that as well. You stand in front of that cab and hit
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like
yeah,
just an open top note. Ooh.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, when
So
you got that
nice.
tone dialed in, um,
Yeah,
yeah, make you want to shit yourself.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, 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 exactly. It's really nice. I'm deeply into that. Martin always wants me. I like this bright sounds. I want a bass to sound uh, like a piano that runs on gasoline somehow, like a dirty tractor type piano, but like a cross between a tractor, like a bulldozer and a piano. Like that's how I want it to sound.
It's like
Like like an
like
oily
yeah, yeah. It's like almost like Lemmy playing on a Ray
Lemmy.
34.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
And I think
yeah,
I think the best bass amps are actually guitar heads, I would say. I think I mean you need a bottom as well, but I think
yeah.
the ultimate rig would probably be like an sure an Ampeg SVT with like a refrigerator 810, sure, but also like a Marshall head with
Yeah.
like port valves or whatever, and then
Get that
some
crunch.
proper EQing. Yeah, exactly. That's best. Like, if I have to choose one, I will go for the guitar amp
Yeah,
and
and a
maybe a
big, big
bass
dirty Russian muff.
cab. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Mate, thank you so
Yeah,
much for your time tonight. I really, really appreciate it.
yeah.
Smart Punk,
I
Smart
appreciate it
Punker
as
comes
well.
out June 5th. So that's not too far away. Um,
No,
anything else you'd want to say before we finish up today?
my standard tip is still like Breach, the band Breach, Swedish band, also 90s, like hardcore band, but weird stuff. Slightly into, I mean, a bit of neurosis in there, I would say. Neurosis,
Yeah.
Slint, maybe
Yeah.
even. Breach, great band, and the album "It's Me God," unbelievable album.
Fuck yeah.
Listen to it; it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Fuck yeah. I love that. Recommendations flying
Yeah,
everywhere. Yeah.
yeah,
Rebel meets
good
Rebel
stuff.
for you. I definitely recommend listening to that. Yeah, for that Pantera groove. Like I said, with that honky tonk piano.
Yeah, 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 for sure,
You'll get a good
for
laugh,
sure.
and then you'll listen to a song and go, actually, I want to listen to that again.
Yeah,
Yeah, mate. Thank you so much. I'm hanging out for the album to come out just so I can share it with people and
yeah,
show other people
nice,
how much
great.
I'm enjoying
Makes
it.
me
So
happy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and really looking forward to hearing new music and excited that yeah, that there's stuff
yeah,
coming. So
as soon as possible.
yeah, amazing,
Cool.
mate. Hopefully
Thank
we'll get a
you.
chance to have a chat again.
Yeah, let's do that.